Right, we're just going to stop building up the system a little bit and just have a little play with the formatting and just tidy it up as we go along. So one of the features you can do, if you look at this text on the home slide at the moment, it's a little bit jagged at the edge. So if you highlight the text, you can use this. This feature here is called Justify. Now, you can use it, and if you look, some of the lines there, it makes it a bit, well, the spacing doesn't look great. So the other thing you might do is you might explore and think, right, I'm going to centralize it. You can centralize and it looks like that. So if you do justify it and you're not happy with it, but you think it looks a bit neater, you can just play with the size of the box. It might make it look a bit better like that. So that's your choice. If you're happy with the spacing, great. I just adjust that and have a hunt around and find out what I think looks best. Something like that. Or I might just go and centralise it so it looks something like that, basically. And obviously, again, if you want to highlight some of the keywords which you might want to do in other slides, so like things like magical powers, you can just highlight them, you can make them purple, you can make them a different colour, you can make them red. Obviously you can make certain things stand out, or you could even have like things like emojis in. So that's just one thing we might do to play with the formatting. The other thing we might do is we might put a footer in. So footer, we've got this space at the bottom here which doesn't seem to be used. So we might go to view, we might go to slide master, and we'll go up to the master. Now, because I've got this box here, I want to keep it consistent, I can just copy this box and paste it. I can drop this box down to the footer like that. If I just go off the master page and have a look, if I'm happy with the way that looks, I might want to nudge it down a little bit further, just slightly. Oops, keep forgetting to go up to the master. And once I'm happy with that, what I'm going to do, just so you're aware of computer science and the law, is I'm going to take a copyright symbol. Because obviously when you're taking things off the internet, you need to check the copyright. So things like even this copyright image, I'm just going to shrink this by the way from the corner. Even this copyright image is a copyrighted asset, and you would need to ask the owner for permission to use it. But once you've either paid or asked the owner for permission to use these, you need to have a copyright statement on your product as well. Say that if anybody uses anything on this, you have the rights and own them or have paid for them, they need to ask you for permission as well. So this copyright symbol, I'm just going to drop it in the corner there. Just so it shows that our multimedia system now is copyrighted. So other things you can do in here is you can put social media icons, just to say like we've got a social media presence. So I could go back to here now and I could just put like Twitter logo. Again, if I'm using this kind of thing in an ideal world, what I need to do is I need to be asking the owners for permission to use these. So let's get some social media in there as well. Just seems to be putting these images in rather large. Shrink that down. Just gives it that more professional feel. And you start putting things like social media in the corner. So I might just choose Twitter, Instagram. Colours go really well with Twitter and Instagram. So I'm just looking around and trying to find a logo with a plain white background, so it looks nice and neat when it goes into the system. So I've got my Instagram in there now. So it's got to work. Oh, it seems to have cut off that one. Let's find another one. You've got to work on the principle as well of which colours work the best with each image. So try this one. I mean, what I can do with this image when I copy it, I can paste it in. Again, it's another big one, but I'll just shrink it down. I can double click, go to format to use the crop there. So we click on crop. I can chop this image down like that. And then shrink it down. Now maybe because this is more colourful, maybe I start with the most colourful one in the corner so it catches the audience's eye. I put my Twitter in there, so it's a little bit more or less in your face of a logo, if that makes sense. And I pick another one, like I could use Facebook, TikTok, whatever kind of things. You're going to have in there. YouTube's another good one, another popular one, that kind of thing. So I'll choose a Facebook one. I might put a YouTube one in as well, to be honest, just to give it that professional feel. Shrink that one down like that. Try and get these images the same size if you can. And try and get them lined up straight if you can. Obviously, I'm working on a video tutorial now, so I'm going to try and do this as quick as I can. But once I've finished, I might well zoom in there, tidy it up a little bit, ready for the next video tutorial. So again, I might crop the white off this. So I don't really want white there. I don't really want white there. So once that's all in place, you've got a right, neat, professional looking set of social media icons. Again, I'm going to have to nip that crop in just a little bit there. I'm going to use the arrow keys now. So now you've got your social media in there. Just playing around with the arrow keys, trying to make it look as consistent as I can. What I'm going to do as well is I'm going to put a sign up link for a newsletter. Now the newsletter, we're going to look at how to make one in the next video tutorial. But on this occasion, and on this tutorial, I'm just going to go insert text box. I'm going to put click here to sign up for our newsletter. And I want this on every page, and the reason I'm doing that is I'm thinking about my target audience again. I'm thinking my target audience need to see this because I want them to sign up for this newsletter. Centralize that. Again, you just sort of need to position this how it looks best. I mean, I could well, if I'm not happy with the position, I might spread my social media icons out again using the arrow keys. Have this box then in a position where that looks good. I mean, I could highlight this and I could make it stand out by making it red, but when I start putting hyperlinks in, you'd have to start adjusting colour schemes and stuff within this software package because it might make the hyperlink blue. So once I'm happy with all of that, I go back to Slide Master and I close the master view, and I've now got a really professional looking information system with a header, a footer and the content in there. Again, just being finicky, I might just adjust that into place. Right, click save, make sure I'm happy with that, and in the next video tutorial we'll look at how to make up an online form to sign up for the newsletter.